Hi, Dr. Heather here, celebrating the 12 days of chiropractic with you. And today's tip is all about healthy meals, healthy holiday meals. First off, the things that you want to try to avoid would be anything that's going to be inflammatory. And we'll have a link here on the email that will give you a link to the anti-inflammatory guidelines report that we have. So you can always look at that. But essentially, we're going to be wanting to avoid grains, pasta, pastries, that sort of thing, the sugars that are in them as well, refined sugars. Also the refined vegetable oils such as canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, so cooking with any of those, especially definitely Crisco or any of those types of margarines, that sort of thing. So avoiding those. And then also the other piece would be to look at a healthy farm-raised or free-range type of birds for poultry, or grass-fed meats as well would be the healthiest way to go with those. So those are some of the key things to avoid. And so what are some of my favorite recipes that can kind of replace that? Well, one of my favorites is something called mashed potatoes, and it's actually made with cauliflower. And all you do is you cook up that cauliflower, steam it so it's nice and mushy, and then you whip it up just like you would whip up potatoes, and you put lots of good pastured butter in there, perhaps even some organic cream in there, a little salt and pepper, and you've got a delicious dish that is fantastic. It's one of my favorite things. And then also for some desserts, one of my daughter's favorites is something we call yum. And it's simply taking any fruit that you have around, especially fruit that is starting to go by that you need to use up, and you simply remove the pits and the parts that you don't want to have in there. You simply add a little water to it and cook it, boil it up, add a little bit of maple syrup perhaps to it if you need to, and you got this wonderful mixture that you can then just have with some whipped cream and that sort of thing, just cream on it, and it's simple and lovely. And then one other really amazing delight that I love is made with, it's a mousse. It's actually a chocolate or a carob mousse, and it's so simple to make and it is so healthy. You take some, either a tablespoon of carob powder, or you can use a tablespoon of perhaps some raw organic cacao powder, and you mix that with one banana, a little bit of water, you add a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, and you just blend it all up. And you want to go real easy on the water because you want it to have a nice thick consistency to it. But it is delicious and is so healthy for you. So those are some great tips. Other kinds of substitutions for you to make. Instead of having white rice, try going for some wild rice or a mix of wild rice and brown rice. Instead of the potatoes, again, we had the mashed potatoes you could use. Also, sweet potatoes are a great substitute for regular potatoes, which can have a glycemic spike to them. And then quinoa flours or gluten-free flours are another good way to go, instead of some of the traditional white flours that can be unhelpful during the holidays. And then as far as the oils go, coconut oil is a fantastic substitute for any of those other vegetable oils. And if you're looking for a liquid oil, grapeseed oil can be used for baking. It's a little bit more resilient than some of the other ones. So I hope those will be helpful for you to have happy meals and healthy eating during the holidays, and wishing you enjoyment to all of you.